What's up, guys? It's Chuck with CW Brand Solutions. I'm going to take this time just to talk to you about who I am, my personal story as a brand designer, how I got into brand design and brand strategy, and just to give you guys a better idea of who I am and who you're going to be working with. I never thought I'd be in brand strategy, first of all. I first got into design through the idea that I was going to draw anime and draw manga and make comics. I remember when I was 11 years old, it was the year 2000, I was sitting in my parents' living room by myself, and this music video came on, and it was unlike any other music video I'd ever seen. I was so used to seeing videos of pimps, gangsters, players, all that stuff when it came to things like hip-hop, but this was different. This video showed a group of guys, a band, playing in a graveyard, singing and playing in a graveyard. And the drummer of this group was possessed by a ghost. And as they were playing, the ghost came out of the drummer's hat and started rapping. Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, tapping me is nothing because I'm counting no age. No, I couldn't be there. No, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under a snare, intangible. Something about that just pulled me in. And the best part about the whole thing was, this group was a cartoon. It was an animated music group. And I watched the whole thing till the end and found out that the name of the group was Gorillaz. Song was called Clint Eastwood. I never forgot that video. And a couple years before, I had briefly discovered anime. I just happened to be flipping through the Sci-Fi Channel and saw this cartoon that looked different than anything I had seen before. Something about the eyes of the character, something about the vibes of the character, the mood and the emotion of the entire animated movie. And I never saw anything of that style again until a year after I saw the Gorillaz video. Now, at this point, I'd already had the Gorillaz album in my collection, and I played that damn thing until there was too many scratches on it. But in the years that I played that album, I stumbled upon this book called How to Draw Manga. Manga being Japanese comics. And when I looked at the cover of this How to Draw Manga book, I said to myself, this looks exactly like the style that I had seen all those years ago in that one cartoon on the Sci-Fi Channel. Before I knew it, I would spend every day in my room listening to Gorillaz and just teaching myself to draw manga. A few years passed, got into high school. My parents were asking me, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do for a job or a career? I told them that I wanted to do comic books. And of course, when you tell your parents that you want to draw comics for a living, they're typically not that thrilled about that. Not that they're against comics, but it's that they worry that, oh, comic books are not going to make any money. Comic book artists are struggling to survive, living hand to mouth. They'll never make it. And that's when they steered me in the direction of graphic design. So I went to college, University of Minnesota, got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design. And between that time and now, which was 2011 was when I graduated college, between then and now, I spent several years as the art director and creative director for a startup restaurant, which is doing very well these days. And in those years, I did everything from the logo to the packaging to the t-shirts, offered ideas for web design, I did their business cards, their menus, flyers, discount pieces. All the while, I had been writing raps. So I was the creative director for this restaurant and going out rapping. And I was trying to find a nice blend between the two. And after working at this restaurant for a couple of years, I decided to go back to school to study art direction for a year. And in that time, I was still rapping. I was making what's called AMVs, that's called anime music videos. So I was doing freestyle rap over anime footage that I had seen online that I liked. And I did that for a full year. Made over 365 different videos, made a video or more than one video every single day. And I had a good time, but I needed to make more income. So after art direction school, portfolio school to be exact, I was freelancing, logos, working on brands, everything from up until that point. I wasn't sure if there was really a way to marry graphic design and art direction with anime and music. And I realized that I could make this a part of how I help teach branding and brand design and brand strategy and design fundamentals. I realized that since online teaching had become so popular, especially due to the whole pandemic, people being inside now, they want education, but they don't necessarily want to go to a facility to get it. I realized I could use this as an opportunity to strengthen my knowledge of design and its fundamentals and branding, all the while promoting my branding and brand strategy services, all the while integrating my inspiration from music, from anime. You've seen some music in some of my videos. You've seen me talk about the layout for record store websites. You may have seen me talk about Del the Funky Homosapien, my favorite rapper. And I used one of his pictures to illustrate color theory. I'll be integrating anime and manga into this as well. But I pretty much what I want to do is be able to specialize in those areas that I enjoy most, all the while being able to help other people with their brand and help teach design fundamentals and make myself and you a little bit better at design and branding, and some anime and manga and comics in the process. So for those of you who have been watching my videos thus far, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for tuning in. There'll be more to come. Until then, I'm Chuck West of CW Brand Solutions. Thanks for listening and take care.